Well, David Cliff is the Vice Chair of the Institute of Directors in the North East.
We're looking at mental health incidents of something like 1 in 6 people. Depression or anxiety is around about 1 in 10. And of course, a lot of these people are working age.
So a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety in the workplace. Is it because stress and anxiety is on the up, or perhaps just because people are now more aware of mental health issues?
I think there's 2 factors. One is that some mental health problems in the past were lurking in plain sight. It's just we didn't pick them up. We associated it with being the blues or simply people being a little unhappy with life. But I think there's another side to it as well. Increasingly, we're in a performance-driven culture. There's higher levels of competition, potentially a 24/7, 7-day-a-week working culture, which if we don't put fire breaks in for people, is ultimately not healthy for anyone.
This report that's out today shows this, quite alarming lack, really, of mental health policies in workplaces. What's the picture like here in the North East?
I think mental health, alongside the other plethora of policies that organisations have to maintain as employers, perhaps has taken a bit of a back seat, and it's really encouraging that the IAD have produced this report that actually brings it into foreground awareness. This isn't to castigate and reflect negatively on employees. It's actually something for them to engage with, to understand better. Something like 4.5% of GDP is tied up in loss through mental health difficulties, and 80% of productivity is compromised by mental health problems in the workplace.
Yeah, so you must take those statistics to other directors of companies you speak to and say, look, it's vital that you do something really to help your staff, to train your managers.
And to help yourself. I mean, one of the things I've found frequently talking to managers is actually when you're running an organisation, you're responsible for employing staff. Very often it's the people at the top that are suffering quite profoundly, and they feel they need to keep their hand on the tiller of the ship, which, if there's anything this report does, it kind of brings home case studies of people who are actually leaders in their own right and have shared their own mental health experiences, which have informed their practice as employers.
Okay. What can businesses do? Are there simple steps that they can take? They don't have to sit down right now today and go, right, we need to work out a policy for us and for our staff. Are there smaller things that can be done? I
think the first thing is to actually make it okay to talk. If it's happening to 10% of the population at any one point in time, this is a normative phenomena. So I think we need to start to move away from a kind of macho culture of suck it up, stiff upper lip, and get to the point where we can actually have a sensible dialogue with people. These things happen from time to time. It is no failure.
That was David Cliff there, who's the Vice Chair of the Institute of Directors in the North.